these next two stories, guys, I want to put them back to back because I'll put them under the category of these stories annoy Paul, and maybe they annoy you. But the headline here is on the first one: a Cyberpunk 2077 Game of the Year edition is coming. So we're going to release the Game of the Year edition likely in 2023. It says it's going to include all of the DLC and everything. It's very typical. They did this with The Witcher 3, because it was Game of the Year. Cyberpunk never won any Game of the Year award. And so they're just using this term now to call like a complete set, a Game of the Year edition. I want you guys to take a side here. Are you on board with calling sort of complete versions of games Game of the Year editions, even if they never win any Game of the Year award? Or are you on the side of it has to win a Game of the Year award to have a Game of the Year edition?
I've always been a traditionalist at heart, but this doesn't bother me. I mean, it's just merchandising, right? Like, this is like saying, like, when you go into New York City and you see like world's best coffee, you're like, wait, I'm pretty sure this is not actually the world's best coffee. Like, I've tried other ones. I think it's just sort of something that they throw together. It's a complete set. They can merchandise it. They could sell it. They could, rather than, selling you something for $30, something from $10, and something for $10, they'll sell you the whole thing for $40, and you get more conversion. Like, I think it's just kind of like good business practice. It doesn't offend me that it didn't win Game of the Year. It's a funny story, but like, I don't feel outraged by it.
Boo. I strongly disagree. I strongly disagree. This is not gaming culture. This is not earned. This, you know what? I'm going to save my thoughts. You can listen to it on our Business of Esports Podcast of the Year episode, and I'll put out all my thoughts on why this is wrong at the end of the year. But it seems unearned, and I get the gimmick, Jeff, and I love the comparison. There always reminds me of the Buddy the Elf scene with Will Ferrell, right, when he walks in and congratulates that New York coffee shop. But no, I don't agree with this. And also the game had a ton of problems. So like, yeah, they made a fantastic rebound, but it's just kind of ironic more than anything else, because it's probably the last game that would have ever won Game of the Year, given how upsetting the launch was. So no, wrong, or rubs me the wrong way on all fronts.
Lindsay?
Yeah, I'm going to be a total hypocrite here because I was the one last week who was like, these awards are crap and nobody cares about them. But I also think that it is weird to put Game of the Year on a, it's like, yeah, you should probably win one of those crap awards if you're going to then use it in your marketing. So yeah, definitely a little hypocritical. I actually sort of agree with both Jeff and Jimmy. Like, I think it's very inauthentic and kind of weird marketing, but I also do just think it is marketing and it's not that big of a deal. It definitely like rubs me the wrong way, but I guess I don't know many people who would take it seriously enough to not buy it if they were already planning on buying this, if that makes sense. If they already wanted this product, I don't think that this sleazy marketing tactic is going to turn them off from it.
It's a good point. No one will be like, hey, it didn't win Game of the Year. Like, I'm not going to buy it now.
I think this is more like aunties during Christmas time buying their nephew a video game and being, oh, it's Game of the Year. It's got to be good, right? Like, I think it's more a holiday gimmick, like Jeff said, for shopping or for marketing.
Matt says, how many times is CD Projekt going to launch the same game? Too many, Matt. Feels like they're saying, see, the game would have sold like crazy if we had completed it on the first try. That could be. Look, I feel like you guys made me come around because I was totally annoyed by this. I hated it. I didn't like it at all. It pissed me off that you call something Game of the Year edition and it doesn't actually win Game of the Year. But then, Jimmy, I heard you say, let's do a podcast of the year edition. And I'm like, maybe we take this tactic and run with it. Adam says, hey, everyone, been a while. Happy to see you all again. Adam, so great to have you. It's always not the same without you. Yeah, did we come to a conclusion or was this like a tie? Lindsay, you were on the side of yes or no?
I'm in the middle.
Pick
can't
a
be in the middle.
side.
Pick a
Yeah,
side.
you can't be the middle. I think I lost. You guys were all in agreement against me, but Lindsay
No,
gave me a
I
bone.
think I'm on the side of I don't really care and they can market it how they want. So
Okay, so it's a tie. It's a
What's
tie.
it's an emotion versus logic kind of argument, right? Like Jeff's on the side of the hey, this is making them money, and Paul and I were like, it just doesn't feel right.
We're in like soccer World Cup season now, so ties are going to be a thing, right? It's just no one wins.